Meet Dad, Mom, Big Brother Ollie, Sister Tiger, Little Bo, Peter. Together they are The Tiny Detective by Cressida, Cowell. Can animals walk on water? One day, Bo was watching the rain come down outside when he thought of a big question. Are there any animals that can walk on water? Don't be silly, Bo, replied Ollie, who was the eldest, so he always thought he knew best. Walking on water is impossible. We'll see, said Mom. Let's jump into a book and find out. So, the tiny detectives climbed the bookcase and Mom picked out a book called Rivers of Central America. Dad wound the red story thread around his waist so they could get back out of the book at the end of their adventure. And they leapt right into the heart of the story, landing on a great leaf floating gently on the ripples of a river. Over there, cried Tiger. I can see some creatures with long legs walking on the water. Those are water striders, explained Dad, as they rode towards the graceful insects. Water has a skin called surface tension, and the water striders are so light it holds them up. Sure enough, the water striders made little dents in the water as their feet pressed onto it, but they never broke through. It's as if they are running on a trampoline, said Tiger. So animals can walk on water, said Bo. Insects don't count, said Ollie. How about this water snail? Said Mom, pointing downwards. Slithering just underneath the surface of the water as if it were sliding upside down on a ceiling was a snail. It clung to the surface tension with a sticky tail of mucus. Wow, that's incredible, gasped Tiger. Snails don't count either, said Ollie. Extremely cross to be wrong, they don't walk, they slither. But just then, Dad noticed a large spotted lizard with a spine on its back like a sail running straight at them. Out of the way, shouted Dad. That's a basilisk lizard, panted Mom, as they rode away as fast as they could. It has flaps of skin on its feet which can spread out to create little pockets of air. These keep the lizard afloat long enough to take the next step. It can't stop running though, or it will sink. The green basilisk lizard ran past them so fast it created a wave. The tiny detective's boat began to rock. The leaf tipped all the way to one side, and Beetle fell overboard into the water. Beetle drifted away on his back, his legs wriggling. Ollie bravely jumped after him, but he couldn't swim fast enough to catch the floating beetle. And then Bo leapt out of the boat and ran towards Beetle. Bo was so small and light that, like the water strider, the surface tension supported him. He caught Beetle by his antenna and dragged him back to the leaf boat. He was just in time, for Dad spotted a big fish shooting towards them with its mouth open. Dad threw the story thread towards the others and gave 1, 2, 3 tugs, and the tiny detectives were pulled up through the watery pages of the book back into the peaceful warmth of their very own bookcase. Dad grinned. So, some lizards can walk on water, he said as Ollie dried himself off grumpily. And tiny detectives too, but only the very smallest ones. Did you like the story? So I dare you to smash that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to become the first one to be a part of the next adventure coming really soon. Till then, take care.